There is something special inside you.
Welcome to GNG Podcast with your host, speaker, best-selling author, Chaz Jackson.
Yo, what's going on, kings and queens? It's your boy Chaz Jackson coming back to you once again, representing GNG Giftinagift. Hey, I just personally want to take the time to tell each and every one of you, thank you for giving us your eyes and your ears once again as we get ready to dive deep into some inspiration that I pray will plant like a seed in your mind and assist you in becoming a greater version of yourself. So you guys in for a treat. Get your pen and paper ready. We got the Impact of Influence Volume 2 in the building. I'm telling you, these guys are gifted differently to make a difference. And I'm telling you, they're difference makers in their lane. And they're here on GNG Podcast. Are you kings ready to get it?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Let's go get it.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So the audience, they really want to know more about you. I love to just kind of start around the board. You guys, share your story about how did you get to this point where you're at right now to be a part of this amazing project. I know Amazon bestseller. I had the opportunity to be in Volume 1 with some amazing individuals. And Volume 2, I know is just that much more heat that was brought. So, guys, the audience, man, they really want to know about you guys and your story. And can you guys dive a little bit deeper into that for me?
Yeah, Andre, you want to go first, brother? And then
Sure. Absolutely. First of all, I want to thank Most High for letting me be here. Got to thank Chip and Chaz for the opportunity, and this brotherhood is phenomenal. I can't say more about that, but I am Andre, Mr. Bounce Back Amateur, 3-time service survivor. I'm a music producer, sound designer, and sound engineer. Sorry about that. And I love what I do. But how I get in this with Chip, I called Chip up one day, and I asked him some questions. And then all of a sudden, he said, I'm going to call you back. So he texted me about 6 o'clock that morning and was like, hey. I was like, I'm in. Let's go. I'm in.
No question, baby. I'm in there. I like it.
No question asked. Listen, I'm a first-time best-selling published author, so I'm always happy to say that. And the book was some amazing gentlemen. I'm always happy to say that. The value is, and I always tell Chip, the value of the book and the price of the book doesn't match. You're going to get so much from it. You're going to get so much out of it because you're looking at 18 different men with 18 different stories that's an influence that continues to impact. So I'm just happy to be here. I'm ready. Let's go.
Mr. Bounce Back, thank you so much for sharing a little bit more with the audience on your story.
Awesome. I'm Linecello Webb, ending the school, the prison pipeline specialist. I met Chip a few years ago when I was just starting out. I left my job in law enforcement after 27 years to get in the education business. And I was doing my stuff on the internet, and I got this message from Chip. I said, hey, I'd like to interview you for my little podcast. And I was like, man, who is this guy? So I did a little background research on him, and I saw he interviewed Carl Lewis and Mike Evans. And I was like, how do I get in this population? How did he pick me out? And it's just amazing. Chip does amazing things. And I invited him to a conference I had that was called Youth Champs this year. And he was like, absolutely. So when he made the offer to be in the book, I was definitely grateful for the friendship we've developed and the collaboration that we've had these past couple of years. And it was just amazing because for me, I got a lot off my chest that I was holding back, and to be able to put that on paper was amazing. And to be able to tell people I'm a best-selling author is, I'm grateful forever for Chip for making me a part of it. I call us the Avengers as we all assemble together, our 18 other dudes, and hopefully Volume 3 is coming.
Oh, most definitely. It's coming. I know. Go get it. Yeah. I see my guy Darius, Mr. Go Get It, just jumped on. So how you doing, brother?
Man, blessings, guys. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties, man, trying
Hey,
to
that technology.
stop me from being great with you guys, man. But blessings, brothers.
Yeah, so hey, I'm gonna just go ahead and say this, and then Darius, we're just telling about who we are and everything, so give you opportunity. But I'm sure that on your end, the technical difficulties that it knew it was gonna be hot.
I'm telling you.
Let's go. Let's go. So yeah, go ahead. Tell them who you are, Darius. We're going around the horn, my man.
Absolutely, man. Thank you again, brother Chip Baker, and all of my Impact of Influence Brotherhood, man. Truly grateful to be here tonight with my brother Chaz, man. Chaz Jackson, GNG. What a blessing and true honor, man. My gratitude, my love, appreciation, and respect truly goes well beyond verbal expression for you, brother, and all that you're doing, man. Thank you for blessing us to be on your platform tonight to all share our gifts, man. And with that being said, my name is Darius Bradley Sr. I'm also known as Divine Encourager. I am a kingdom man, a husband of 25 years, a father of 3. I'm a best-selling author ×2, thanks to my brother Chip Baker, for blessing me with the opportunity to do so and to be so, guys. I'm also an actor. Okay, I'm also a motivational speaker and investor. I own a company, Full Ability. It's a differently abled apparel company and foundation. And I'm also an investor in real estate. So, but with that being said, most importantly, I'm a kingdom man. I'm a child of God, and I'm always ready to serve and live in full reciprocity each and every day of my life.
Darius, man, you know it's always going down when you're in my presence. I already know the fire is hot, man. This is going to be amazing experience. Anytime something's touching on you, man. So I already know this is about saying Mr. Darius Bradley name, Mr. Go Get It. Hey, it's going to be an amazing experience. But thank you so much for sharing your story and just being a part of my life in general. I know I had the opportunity to be with you in volume 1 and see you in person, man. And I know your energy is real and authentic. So thank you for diving deeper on your story and sharing yourself.
Absolutely, man. Thank you, brother Chaz, once again, brother.
Well, myself, man, Chip Baker, 4th generation educator, teacher, former coach, blessed and fortunate, man, to be, raised by some amazing folks and be around some great people in my life to learn from and grow with. I started the Success Chronicles about 6 years ago, and that's my YouTube channel and podcast where I interview people from all walks of life and just share their stories for positive inspiration and motivation. And really, that's how I came in contact with all of the amazing men here. We worked together, Chaz and Darius, you guys are on volume 1, Impact Influence, and Andre and Cello, we added in volume 2. And so, man, I'll tell you guys this. I was sharing this with somebody just the other day. I mean, it just every day I'm just completely blown away from the blessings that have come from this, the opportunities, priceless moments. Been blessed to experience some priceless moments. Never ever imagined this. I mean, we set goals and strive to do things, but I'm telling you, I would have never imagined all of this. And so, man, just truly enjoying it, truly grateful that people believe enough in me to be on the ride with me, right? And so I'm forever grateful to all of you men. And that's a little bit about me, Chaz, and thanks so much for having us again on your platform, man.
Dude, this is my pleasure. And like I was telling the guys before we even jumped on here, when men give you their time, it's so valuable. Just for you guys to take the time out to be here with me, man, that means so much to me. So again, I want to say thank you. And to kind of piggyback a little bit off Chip, I was thinking about George Washington Carver, and one of his quotes is, he was like, when you do the common things in an uncommon way, you command the attention of the world. And Chip, man, you are commanding the attention of the world, and it's not from like a self-centered standpoint. It's more from a place of humility. It's more from a place of servanthood. And dude, man, it's so infectious. It's like anytime Chip say, Chad, I need you to meet somebody, or anytime he try to play you, somebody like, man, I know I gotta get in front of him, like, cause Chip, cause Chip grinding with him, man, that's somebody Chaz need to meet for sure. So I just want to personally say that to Chip, man. Thank you for just go getting it every day and just being who you are, the individual you are. And just bringing all of us together, you know, Mr. Bounce Back, my man, Mr. Webb, you know, I don't know if I would have even met you guys if it wasn't for Chip, you know what I mean? But I know you guys are some good guys along with Darius, because, you know, Chip just have that ability to attract the attention of the world, and so much more great is going to come out of it. So yeah, I just wanted to say that. And going into like you guys' title, so going around the horn, just share your title in the book and what it means to you, to the audience, if you don't mind. So
I'll jump in there because it's always a pleasure and honor to say this, because the gentleman who definitely inspired me to be where I'm at in my life now. You know, so my chapter is patience, persistence, and prayer. Right. So real quick, I had zero patience. Like, this is in the book. I had zero. I can't stand if you didn't call me. I can't stand if you rolled up in there late. You know what I mean? I definitely hate when you roll up in there and you act like you're not late and you just don't consider my time. I think you said it before. Like, it's a lot of things we can get back, but time ain't one of them. Like, we've been on here 11 minutes, that's gone, right? They don't come back, right? So I was like, okay, I got to work on my patience, right? But being persistent was really a hard thing for me. And I say that because I start stuff. I would start things, right? But I wouldn't finish them. Like, I'll open up something, I'll do that, I'll do this. And before I knew it, I had a room full of incomplete, right? So I said, okay, I got to change this. So the gentleman in my chapter is Pastor Robert, and he never talked to me about religion. He always talked to me about me. He always talked to me about how to better myself. He always talked to me how to do different things. And so I look at those two, and of course, prayer. I mean, I use that every day on the constant. I mean, I'm thankful. Like I said, I'm a 3-time stroke survivor. Like, not 1, not 2, but 3. And I can still have a conversation with you. You know, I can still have my cognitive skills. So, like, all this put together, you know, is how I got to be in this book. I mean, just by the influence of things I did, things people see you do, and being consistent with it. You know what I mean? But the thing I learned the most about being persistent, the meaning from it is continuous course of action. So you got to put action into it. You got to put some action behind what you're saying. And so I even broke down the word action to act, and it's in the chapter of the book. You know, achieve, conquer, transform. So you still got to go through those levels to get where you want to go, no matter what. It's it's no easy route. It's no shortcut. You cut through the woods, you still get cut up. It don't matter. You still gonna slow down no matter how that works. So I'm just grateful and thankful that I told Chip, I always say this, I was put in an uncomfortable position to become comfortable. And I tell you, he laughed at me. Like, I laugh all the time about, like, even now, like, I've done this several times, but it's always the first few moments when, you know, it's like you're on the field. Once you get the rhythm and you're on that field, you're good. Or you get that first hit, it's out. You're like, I'm good, let's go. But until you get that first hit, I'm like, oh, man. So, yeah. So,
man, I love the excitement, man. Every time we get an opportunity, man, he ready. Let's go.
Dude, I love that. And dude, you got to say that one more time for the audience, what you just shared about being comfortable. Say that one more time, Mr. Bounce Back.
You have to be uncomfortable to be comfortable. Like,
dude, that's so true, man. That's so true.
It is. But see, it's deeper than that, because the word be, right, if you break it down, it means exist. So you have to exist uncomfortable in somewhere you've never done, something you never did. And then you got to, once you get that rhythm, it's like, oh, I'm there. Let's go. Like, even now, I'm hyper by nature. Like, so my wife's behind me saying, calm down, baby, you know, relax. Because I'm ready. Because now I'm in a position. I'm in that position. I got to play. I know where I should be doing it. So let's go. So, yeah, I was uncomfortable, but I see the rhythm there. So let's make it happen.
Let's go, man. Like that old NBA jam is heating up, man. We at the 3. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. My man, Mr. Charles Woods, he came in the building. It's good to see you, Charles.
What's going on, Chaz? Good to see you. Good to see you, brothers. How y'all doing this evening?
What up, Woods?
Bless. How you, sir?
All right.
So to kind of catch you up on things, Charles, we diving deeper on the title of the book in volume 2 and what it means to you. So I know my man, Mr. Bounce Back, again, he heating up. This is definitely a fruitful conversation, and we're just kind of going around the board with that, sharing your title and what it means to you.
Well, the more and more I get to, experience the impact of influence, man, I think about it every day. That's what's ironic about the whole situation, just to be a part of something like this. And, you live in your everyday life, you working every day. And I have the pleasure, I get the opportunity to work with young scholars every day, and I get to work with adults as well as we try to, put together a plan so these scholars can be successful, in their everyday life, whether that is school or that's out in the real world in society, So what really resonates with me is you have a choice every day. You have influences throughout your life. You have different influences every day of your life. And I watch how certain kids will influence other kids. Some kids want to seem cool, or they think things are cool that this certain person is doing, and they may not be cool. It's all about perception. But really what resonates me, and when I'm having conversations with young kids every day, is you have a choice. You have a choice what you want to be influenced by, which path you want to take. You have that choice. We would wish and we would hope and we would pray that our young scholars take that positive path of influence and, latch on. But we know, living life as individuals ourselves, that's not always right. We make mistakes, we stumble sometimes and we get influenced by something negative. But the most important part is like I like the name Mr. Bounce Back, you bounce back on the right path. You learn from those mistakes and you keep going. We call that failing forward. It's all right to fail as long as you learn from those failures and you get better. Man, I could go on and on all day long, but the biggest thing that resonates to me is each one of us, as adults, as young kids, as just human beings itself, especially in this day and age, this time where we have so much divide, we have a choice of what we want to be impacted by. We have a choice of what we're going to let in and what we're going to let influence us. So that's what really, like, this title, these books are like right on time for everything that we're dealing with in life. So it's a daily process that I'm thinking about this, that I'm holding that cover back and reading somebody's chapter. I've done more reading than I've ever done in the last year or two. So I'm very blessed and grateful to be a part of this.
Thank you for sharing, sir. And that I agree with you. These chapters, the things that you men are doing, it's oxygen to someone that's suffocating out there. So a lot of hurting people, and you guys, man, y'all are hope givers, man, and pouring, your circumstances, your testimony out on these pages to just give people hope and be like, man, if Chaz can do it, I can do it. If Chip can do it, I can do it. I can overcome it. So yeah, that's good stuff.
Darius, you want to go next, brother?
Man, definitely. Man, see, Woods, what's up, baby? How you doing, man?
Oh man, living life, man, every day.
Man, bro, dude, you just came on here, man, and just what I'm talking about, resuscitation, man, that's what resuscitation looks like, man. You know what I'm saying? C. Wood's chapter in the book will definitely jumpstart your heart. All of our chapters, right? You know, I almost feel guilty as a co-author, brother Chaz, man. You know, we had the opportunity to share volume 1 together, man. And once you're a part of the brotherhood, you're a part of the brotherhood. And the beautiful thing about this brotherhood, you don't have to be an author or a co-author to be a part of the Impact of Influence brotherhood. You know, you just have to believe and serve your gift. And I promise you, you are definitely a part of the brotherhood. Even if you are one of our sisters, you're a part of this brotherhood, you know, man. But, you know, the chapters in this book, like Charles just expressed, man, you know, it's an honor and a pleasure, man, that, you know, we are a part of the Chipped In, Chip Baker circle, man, you know, and I say that with all entirety, everything that God has placed in me. You know, I love Chip with all my heart. Me and Charles Woods, we go back and forth to see who loved Chip the most. I'm still trying to outdo him right now. You know what I'm saying? But that's not to take anything away from any of my brothers on this platform tonight and those who are not on the platform tonight, but they're still in the huddle with us. You know, guys, if you're tuning in right now to GNG podcast, you know, whether you're audio with it or visual with it, guys, listen, I really need you to listen with your heart and not your ears, because I promise you, everything that each and every one of us are saying, if you listen with your ears, I promise you're going to miss out. So please open up your heart, because we're aiming and setting out to save lives, add value to lives, express abundance of reciprocity and gratitude with each breath that we take, each heartbeat that beats, and each step that we make, guys. So please listen with your heart. Each one of these chapters, we're talking about our organic experiences, and they're so organic that, you know, in volume 1, I titled my chapter "Go Get It." And for those of you who know Brother Chip and myself, we both throw those words out there, and I call him my twin brother with the go get it thing, but we all are living a life of go get it, right? Whatever your it is, you have to activate your faith, because it's an action word, and that's the go get. So you have to go get before you receive your it, and that's spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, and beyond. And I promise you guys, you could talk about what you want all day long. It'll remain a conversation. But when your want become a must and you activate your faith and continue to press forward motion anyway, I promise you, you'll get to wherever it is that you were setting out to get to, but you're going to press way beyond that, guys. So wherever you are, continue to press forward no matter what, because you can. And that's what my Go Get It volume 1 was about. But volume 2 is near and dear to my heart. It's very extremely personal, Brother Chaz, and everyone who's listening. You know, make sure your hearts are open, guys. Just a reminder, you know, volume 2, my chapter is titled Peace Be Still. Peace be still. And I go on to say, but don't keep still. And without giving too much of the chapter away, because I really encourage each and every one of you guys to read the book. We're saving lives, guys. And you know, when you throw a lifeline out there, you know, you're trying to save a life, right? And so each and every one of these authors, starting with the visionary author, we make up that line that is saving that life. So the 18 chapters in volume 1 was a line to save a life, and whoever life it is that needed to be saved. Volume 2, 17 authors, mix up that line once again. So it's a lifeline. It's not just a book filled with chapters. It's a lifeline of organic experiences that we're putting out there wholeheartedly, guys. So much so that volume 1, I was so excited just to be a part of the book, right? Never knew, you know, never even thought about becoming a best-selling author, right? Just excited to do this with my brother Chipped In and everyone that he brought in the huddle to run the plays with us. We went #1, guys, bestseller in several different categories. Yep, that's something to celebrate, but it came from a place of pain. Okay, so what that illustrated to us and translated to us, that indeed that line that we threw out there was not only saving one life, but many lives, and we continue to do so. And I was so excited about becoming the #1 best-selling author with my brothers. I call my big brother, you know, Derek, and I'm expressing to Derek, man, man, I'm a best-selling author, dude. I'm a best-selling author. So excited, right? Tell mom, tell sis, Man, I want the whole world to know, I'm hoping that I'm making my dad proud in heaven. I'm looking up in the skies. Dad, I'm #1 best-selling author. I'm excited. And I'm sharing this news with my brother. And then, when Brother Chip illustrated that we will be going on tour and we'll be doing all these many great things to further, the added value that we're, attempting to put out into the world and all of this great stuff, right? I'm telling my big brother, I said, D, I need you. Hear my words, guys. I said, I need you to come on tour with us, man. I need you to be right there. And my brother started laughing on the phone, and now we don't stay in the same state, guys. So I don't see him a lot. Now, I didn't talk to him as much as I would like to. So it was a really exciting moment for me to be on the phone with my big brother, and share that news with him. And Derek was on the phone, he laughing and he's sharing in my celebration and my excitement. And he stopped me and he said, little brother, he called me Big D. And he was like, little brother, he said, Big D, you don't need me to do anything. He said, but if you want me to be there, then I'll be there. He said, God has placed something inside of you that you are going to bless the universe with. You have a gift. You're powerful. And man, we just started exchanging love and gratitude and respect for each other, guys. And I'm talking about as transparent and organic as it gets, right? 4 hours later, my brother dropped dead to the floor. Man, shook my whole world. Unexpected. I'm telling you guys, I was just on the phone laughing and talking with my big bro, jumping up and down, just on the phone filled with excitement, exactly like I am right now, guys. This is me every day. Call it animated, but I call it God's breath within. It's just moving me all about. You know what I'm saying? And so God's breath within was moving me in the directions that I needed to go to and pass by and grow, right? And grow in. And my brother, man, it broke my heart. And so God gave me more contracts, because how do you top a bestseller? What else do you write? How else, what more can you put in there? And see, a lot of us, we want success, not realizing that we're already successful. God woke us up that morning. We're already successful. But how you further that success is doing what God woke you up to do that day. Everything else is a given. The money, the cars, the houses, the trip. That's the low-hanging fruit, right? If we can serve God in the fulfillment that he assigned us for that day, as he allowed us to elevate out of our beds, however that looks like, feels like, wherever it is, and do what it is that he called us to do that day, that's success. Okay, that's success. And so obviously my brother had woke up that day, finished what God assigned him to do, was successful at it, and God called him to finish it in the heavenly kingdoms. Now, separation caused me great pain, okay? But I know God loves him more than I could ever love him. So though it hurts, God gave me contracts, right? That I can now use as my content for the lives that we're trying to save, as I make sure my part of the rope, my link, is solidified as it can be. So I titled it, Peace Be Still, but Don't Keep Still, because my big brother came to me in my dream and he encouraged me. He said, whatever you're going through, little brother, he said, don't keep still. He said, peace be still, but don't keep still. And he was pushing me, guys, pushing me in my back, laughing. Like, what you do? Like, peace be still, but don't keep still. And so, guys, listen, if you're on here tonight, I need you to listen to me. I need you to hear me. Because listen, I may be loud and I may be passionate, but don't think that I'm not filled with pain. Don't think that it's not taking everything in me right now not to drop these tears. Okay? Don't think that I'm not holding on to something right now as I express this to you. I love you so much. I don't need to know you personally to love you. I care about everything you're connected to. And everybody that's connected to you, I care about them too. So that's why I'm here tonight. That's why I'm a part of that book. That's why I'm in a huddle and ready to break out the play. Whatever it is that is standing in front of you tonight, okay, in your life, spiritually, mentally, physically, financially, and beyond, whatever the Goliaths are, peace be still. Peace be still. Listen. Quiet the outside voices and the inside voices with peace be still. But I'm going to encourage you to don't keep still. Don't keep still. Listen, peace be still is the part that everything that's trying to distract us, trying to prevent us, trying to hold us back, okay? Look at it as a tool. Look at it as a tool that's going to provoke you, that's going to catapult you, that's going to push you and encourage you to keep on going. Listen, I can't do nothing about my brother passing. I can reflect on the bad or I can reflect on the good. I'm gonna reflect on every promise that God gave to me. I'm gonna reflect on every good time that me and my brother had. And all of the hurting moments, all of the painful moments, that's gonna push me. That's gonna catapult me. That is the don't keep still part of peace be still. Activate that peace be still, but don't you forget to activate don't keep still. You are the David, and whatever the Goliaths are in your life, pull your slingshot and your rock out. Conquer that giant. Take his sword, remove his head, and hold it over yours as a reminder that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. Guys, listen, wherever you are, whoever you are, and I say with all due respect, become someone differently if you expect to live a different life. And everything, your reason, your why, and your purpose is depending on you to get there. You can because God gave it to you to do so. Peace be still, but don't keep still. And remember to continue to go get it. God bless.
Dude, I'm ready to strap on the pad, man. I'm ready. I can go. I can go a game now, man. I'm ready to go, man.
Hey, Chaz, hey, we warned them.
Dude, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Greatness is inside of each and every one of us because greatness made us. And I'm telling you, that greatness inside of me ready to jump out of my chest right now.
Let's
it's
go.
about to. Y'all like to see it all on this camera. Hey,
Man.
Whoever's listening right now, if you didn't get inspired by that, hey, something's wrong with you.
Come on. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah. You guys are truly a blessing. Truly a blessing.
Brother Cello.
No, I'm ready. So I call us the Avengers. I have to go after the Hulk. He just comes out busting. Nick Fury found his chip and Chip found the Hulk. I'm gonna try and go after that. But my chapter is called Ending the School to Prison Pipeline. And basically it's about my transition from working in the prison counseling guys to going into the educational system. And my favorite quote that came from what I did was Bishop Desmond Tutu had said, there comes a time when we got to stop pulling people out the river and start finding out why they were falling in. And I spent a lot of time, 27 years in the federal prison system, counseling men from guys that had life sentences to guys that were short timers that had less than 6 months. And through that experience, I've always told guys, see a problem, create a solution. You come into my office, I don't have much time for all the whining and griping. You got 2 minutes for that. After that, we got to talk solutions. And I've seen guys get pardons from President Clinton, President Bush, President Obama. I've seen with life sentences, and they just kept working and working and working. And that's the type of impact I wanted to have. But there came a time as I was working, I started a job at a local college, and I saw all these young brothers coming into my college classrooms, and I saw all these young brothers coming into my office. And I was like, these brothers that are coming into my office are just as smart, just as gifted. What happened? And I found that in the school, the prison pipeline, and a lot of people think it's a metaphor, but it's really not. It's a way that kids are pushed out of the school system by being suspended, by being put in alternative schools and being arrested at school, and making them more likely to fall into the criminal justice system, and it disproportionately affects Black and brown children. So I started speaking at schools and doing different things. And my book, the meaning behind my book, I don't want to give it away, but through an uncommon happening to something that just came out of the blue, I just went from working in the prison saying, you know what, I'm done. I have to get in this educational system. I got to find why our people mostly are falling into this criminal justice system. And I just walked out one day and said, you know, this is what I'm going to do. And it was through a guy that was incarcerated. His mother had called me, and the rest of that part is in the book. We had a a loving conversation about what goes on through a mother's mind when they have a son incarcerated. And I talked about how it was so difficult being a Black man in the prison system, seeing all Black, mostly Black men in the system that were so gifted, and going onto a college campus and seeing, you know, where they could be rather than in a prison system. And a lot of things I found out was our educational system was messing up. It wasn't the kids, it was the system. And guys were coming in with a lot of learning disabilities that were undiagnosed. They were coming in with a lot of mental health issues that were undiagnosed. And the one thing that shocked me was that if you get charged with a federal crime, when you come into the system, that one of the first things that they do is give you a test for learning disabilities to see if you have a learning disability. Why wasn't this done in kindergarten? Why wasn't this done in the first grade? How does a guy get to 18 years old before, 18, 19, 20, however old they come into the prison system to find out, hey, you got a learning disability? So I just dove right in trying to making a school to success pipeline, because it hurt me when I started digging deeper. And I just said, I have to do something about this. And it all came about, like I said, from just a conversation with a lady just giving me thanks. And we had a great conversation about what's going on. And the last thing she said to me was, I know you're good at your job. I know you probably get paid well at your job, but wouldn't it be better? And she had a son in the system, and she actually said this, wouldn't it be better to help children not go to prison rather than keeping men from coming back? And that was push me out the door. I didn't need to see how much environment. I didn't need to see how much. It was just a message from God that I probably wasn't hearing earlier in my life, because there wasn't that impact. There wasn't that thing. I was seeing money, I was seeing retirement, I was seeing other things. And what I learned is it doesn't matter. I did this at 48 years old. I know nothing else but working in the prison system. I got out of college straight into the prison system. And it just showed me you at any time you can do anything. And just have, like my brothers say, you have to have that faith. You have to have that go get it to say, you know what, I'm gonna change the world somehow. This is what I'm meant to do. This is what my gift is. And I found my gift at 48. And I tell students all the time when I go into schools and institutions, don't wait till you're 48 to find your gift. Find what you're passionate about and do it now. And just a beautiful experience. I'm living the life I wanted to live in my 50s, that now I have the rest of my life to do what I want to do. And I can pass that message on to young students so they don't have to wait till they're 50 to find their gift. They don't have to wait till they're 50 to find something they're passionate about. They don't have to wait till they're 50 to make an impact in the world.
Thank you so much, Leonard, for sharing that. And you know what, dude, you guys, you're truly passionate about what you do. And that's what makes this, I can sit on here for hours just listening to you guys. I know it's real. I know it's coming from a place of, this caring and servanthood, and just you have a vision and a mindset and just the focus to help change people's lives. And dude, I wrote this down, man. This was good what you just said. You said, stop pulling people out of the river and figure out why they keep falling in. Dude, that was a mic drop right there. Like, cause we tend to just want to just care, but let's figure out why they're doing it. Let's cultivate that mindset, because we perform at the level of our belief, not the level of our potential. So if we can change that belief of why they're falling into that river, that's going to prevent you from having to keep pulling them out and keep helping them overcome those circumstances. So that's really deep, man. That's good stuff. Really good stuff, man. I'm telling you, man, whoever listening right now, I know you happy. I told you at the beginning to get your pen and paper. Well, hey, if you didn't get it, it's okay. Pause this bad boy. That's the beauty of it. You can pause it, you wind this mug back, because there's definitely some jewels being dropped tonight. So, man, this is a blessing. Yes, I think my guy Chip, you up, man.
Yeah. So my chapter, well, let me say this first. Uh, those of you that are listening or watching, whatever it is, man, you see the power, how powerful the men are. And so, the book, you you won't be disappointed. I'm gonna just tell you that. Just like just like you said, Chaz, I love listening to the guys. I love reading what they have wrote. I love highlighting and taking notes and learning from those guys. So I'm gonna just tell you before I dive into mine, those of you, you will not be disappointed in getting the book and checking out each of the chapters, because every man in there is powerful of this sort. And so my chapter is from influence to impact, the process of making an impact. And so the quote that I started off with is, the little you have to give today can make a huge difference in the life of someone later. And so a lot of times, we may think that, I don't have much to offer, or, I don't have much to give, or me, like I can make an influence, I can impact others. Yes, you can. Whoever you are, wherever you are, your experiences, your environment, your actions, all of those things, your relationships, when you put those things together, they give you value, right? And that value, you can in turn use that and give that to someone else and be a blessing for them. And so we just have to realize that. And I just talk about the educator in me. I have to teach you some things. So in my chapter, I just, teach the process of going from being an influence to like truly making an impact. I just break down some acronyms in the chapter there. And that's what my chapter is about.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Brother Chip, for diving deep on your chapter. And guys, this podcast, as you guys know, is built around providing tips and techniques for young men as they strive to grow in personal development. And I'm just led to ask this question, and whoever see fit, go ahead and tackle it. So you got this young man that's listening to you right now. You got this parent, this teacher, this coach that's listening to you right now, that's influencing young men. And these young men, they're depleted in some sorts. We come into this world inflated and with distractions and worldly circumstances, traumas and dramas, it deflates us at times, right? And we have to learn ways to inflate ourselves again, to really know that we value, that we're important, that we're significant, that we do have the ability to grow in acceptance for ourselves personally, but also for other people. So I'm led to ask you guys, is there a word of encouragement that you can give that young man as they strive to grow to their full potential and to be that impact of influence in their lane, whatever platform God placed them on? And also after that, share your contact information. How can the audience reach you? Learn more about what you're doing. Obviously, whoever's listening, get this book, Impact of Influence Volume 2, but also, share your social media platforms and all that good information. So, the audience can keep up with you as you continue to through 2021 into 2022.
Man, Chaz, I'm gonna jump right on in there, bro. Listen, we just broke the huddle and it's time to run the play. And I know you're listening right now. And I know you're listening. Listen, you're probably at the back of the class. Okay, you're probably at the front. You don't want to raise your hand. You know the answer, but you're afraid to raise your hand and call it out there. Listen, I'm talking right to you right now. Right now. Yep, your heart is wide open. Listen, none of this is scripted. None of this is scripted, because guess what? Every single day that I take a breath, okay, I know that adversity will be there. I know the challenges are going to be there. I know the uncertainties are going to be there. Guys, listen to me, coach. Listen to me, student. Listen to me, mom, dad. Listen to me, young man, young lady. Listen to me, you right there that's listening right now. Okay, listen. If it's hard, do it hard. Stay committed to every commitment that you make. Be unconditional, because the moment that you decide to add a condition to it, I promise you, every step that you take will be marginalized. Everything that you do will be limited. You are going to have to be so unconditional with your reason, your why, and your purpose, and know that the very thing that you're running from, that pain, yep, that's the gym equipment that you keep running away from that's going to help you to develop every muscle in your body that you're trying to develop. Listen, you can't just hit the upper body and walk around with your legs looking like that. You can't just hit the lower body and walk around with your upper body looking like that. It will continue to come with a different name. You got away from it with John, here comes Sally. You got away with it from Sally, here comes Mike. You got away with it from Mike, here comes Steve. Listen, God loves us so much that he will not elevate us to a level that we are praying for the next dimension without the right strength that we need to get there. The pain is not there to be painful. The pain is there to provoke you. Listen, you're going to have to dissect your pain. Okay? You're going to have to dissect your pain. You're going to have to take your right and your left, and you're going to have to dissect that thing. And you're going to have to stick your hand inside of there. And I promise you, when you get to digging around, you're going to feel something. That is your gift. That is your gift. When you pull that thing out, not only do you receive the blessing, okay, but when you share it, you become the blessing. Listen, stop running away from it because it hurt. Somebody in your family did you something that you didn't like. You missed out on a promotion. You didn't graduate on time. You missed out on the degree. It was too hard, so you let go of it. Conditional, unconditional. You in on the front of that word and take the AL off the back of emotion, because when you become emotional, you lose control. Feel the emotion and continue to press forward anyway. Why? Because you can. Why? Because your reason and your why and your purpose are dependent on you. Who will be affected by it if you don't do it? Starting off with you. Who will hurt if you don't do it? Starting off with you. Whose lives will lose value if you do not commit and stay committed? Starting off with you. If it's hard, do it hard. Every single day I look at my daughter on life support. She's one of the longest living people in the world. Why am I telling you this? Because I don't want to just give you something that you think I'm just trying to be motivational about. I'm telling you what I use every day. I'm telling you what I do every day. I'm telling you how it looks at this very moment. She is on life support, a breathing apparatus, okay? She is one of the longest living people in the world with the severity of her syndrome, which no one never made it past the age of 2. By the grace of God, my daughter Deonce, my baby, my princess, is 14 years old. You don't think that came with staying committed to our commitments? You don't think that didn't come with us taking the AL off the word emotion? Because I know when I became emotional, I lost control. I couldn't be that daddy that I needed to be. Why? I decided to add an AL. Remove it. I couldn't be the husband that my wife needed me to be with that AL. Remove it. What areas in your life are you adding the AL? What areas in your life are you not adding the UN? Listen, UN, unconditional. AL, take it off, feel emotions. Keep going to go get it. Why? Because you have a reason, a why, and a purpose that are dependent on you. That are dependent on you. Become so unconditional that you get to a level that you thought you would never get to, and then keep on going past that, because your very life depends on it. Add a 911 a top of your life, put that siren up there and get there.
Woo! I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. There's always ready to heat. I'll tell you, boy, it gets me fired up. Hey, share your contact information with us, Darius, of how can the audience reach out to
Chaz.
you?
I'm about to jump on that now. Guys, listen, because guys, listen, the reason why I got to give it to you like this, it's not about the articulation, guys. Listen, man, it's about the resuscitation. Are you hearing me? Somebody right now needs mouth to mouth. And if I don't do what God calling me to do, you heard my brother Webb got on here and said, God called him at 48 and told him, forget about the money. Forget about the money. Serve me and I'm going to serve you. Man, listen, I know that somebody, Chaz, you called them out. You called out that young man. You called out that, you called out that mom. You called out that. Listen, it is our job to take it beyond the pages of the book, okay? To jump off the ambulance, off the fire truck, out the police car, out the rescue. Listen, whatever the vehicle, we have to get there. We have to get there. So listen, guys, I care about you so much. When I say go get it, I mean that. Man, no one knows how many tomorrows remains for any of us. So every breath that you're taking right now, don't you let that be in vain. You're not woke for any reason. You woke for a reason. Live it out. You can find me on Instagram, guys, divine_encourager_. You can also find me on Facebook, Darius Bradley Sr., Divine Encourager. I am also on Twitter, Divine Encourage 1. Just recently became a part of TikTok, Divine_Encourager. And you can find me on YouTube as well, guys, Divine Encourager. Listen, I don't worry about the likes and the follows. I'm trying to add value. I'm trying to push you. I'm trying to surround myself with good people like my big bro, Chip Baker, always say, find the people, surround yourself with the good ones that's going to push you forward. I'm surrounded with them, guys. They're right here in this huddle. And listen, I'm trying to push you too, because you're a part of this thing. God bless you and continue to go get it because you can. Blessings, Brother Chaz. I love you, man. Thank you so very much for sharing your platform with us.
Let's go.
I love you, big dog. Man, you're such
Let's
a blessing.
go,
Whoever's listening, if you don't
man.
want to follow that dude, something wrong with you.
Let's go.
Hey,
I know we're striving to grow.
Yep. Just first and foremost, thank you, Chaz, and thank you, Chip, for giving me this opportunity. What I have to say to parents, coaches, educators is every generation is entitled to their own cultural revolution, and it's time to connect with our young people, get away from these generational curses that we keep passing down generation to generation, and start communicating with our young people. To the young people that are listening.
Okay, now.
Awesome. To the young people that are listening, success is not a success without a successor. I always go by one of my mantras is that as long as you make sure somebody else's life is okay, God will make sure your life's okay. So just stay blessed.
Man, I like that.
Mm-hmm. That's good stuff, man. And I'll just
so I'm like this. I'm so serious. I think there's a all right.
You still cutting out, big dog.
Let me check, see my connection. Appreciate it.
But Cello, share your contact information with the audience.
Yeah. My bad. Thank you very much. On Instagram, it's in the School to Prison Pipeline. That's my website as well for booking, and it's in the school to prison pipeline.com. The 2 is the number 2, not TO, number 2, in the school to prison pipeline.com. It's the same thing on Facebook and on Twitter. Connect with me personally is Leonard Cello Webb on LinkedIn and my Facebook profile.
Hey, Chip, before you go, I'm gonna let you cap it off. I don't want to say nothing after you, the big dog. So I'm gonna just say something real short, man. To anybody, you got to take care of yourself before you can take care of anybody else. You got to look at yourself in the mirror. You got to want that determination for yourself. You got to want to be great. I use something when I talk to my scholars. I say it over the loudspeaker, and I will use it. I'll always use this on something like think great, do great, be great. You got to have that inside of you every day. That great means you being grateful for just the opportunities that you have in life. That R is resilient. There's going to be trials and tribulations that you have to fight through, that you need to make sure that you fail. You dust yourself off, get back up and go, man. Life doesn't stop right there. Energetic, man, bring some energy. You don't have to have as much energy as my man Darius, but you got to bring some energy to the plate, man. You got to wake up and you just got to get going. You got to be accountable for some of your actions, man. Things happen. You be accountable for them, correct them, move forward, and trustworthy. You know, the people around you, you got to have good people around you, and those people have got to have faith in you and have to trust you as well. So, you know, you got to take care of yourself. You got to be great every day, you know, great every day. And everybody can be great every day they get up.
Love it, man. I think too, Woods, I'll just, you know, jump on that. I, you know, when you're striving to make that impact, I think, you know, for me, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever your experience is, however old you are, those are just circumstances, right? Right. And that's not important. What's important is the process, right? And so for me, I look at it as internal, external, and everlasting. And I'm a visual guy. So if you would, you know, picture with me a target, right? So the innermost bullseye circle is the internal, and that's where it starts. It starts, you know, you have to do the inner work, right? And inner peace allows you to enter peace. Come on, man. Inner peace allows you to enter peace, right? And so you have to do the internal work, you know, that positive self-talk, that pushing yourself, even when nobody else believes that you can do that. You know, Andre said it, Mr. Bounce Back, you got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable, right? And so you have to push yourself. And when you do that, it allows you to put it out there. And it's an external. That's the next circle in the target there, right? And it's an external, because now when you give that respect, that effort, that grind, that hard work, that communication, hey, you receive that back too, right? Because you get what you give, right? And so that's the second component. And then the third, the outer of the target is the everlasting. And so when you've done that inner work, when you've put the effort in to help others externally, man, you put yourself around great people. The things that you've done, that you put, it lasts forever. It lasts for generations and generations, and you make a positive difference when you plant that seed. You know, it'll bear fruit for generations and generations. And I can say that because I'm a living testimony of that. I tell you that I'm a fourth generation educator. Man, I'm getting benefits from things that my family did generations ago. And it had nothing to do with me. You know, I just fell into it, you know, and so it don't matter whoever you are, wherever you are, the age, like I said, that's just circumstances. Just start there and do your thing. Make an impact. Influence others. Make an impact. You can. Oh, wait. You will make an impact. Let's go get it, man.
You know what we need to go get?
Impact,
Impact of Influence Conference 2022.
Let's go.
Hey, I'm there. I'm there.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh man, I didn't even tell you my contact. Let me tell you that, man. My bad. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
My bad. So my contact info is all my social media is at Chip Baker TSC, except for Twitter, and Twitter is at Chip Baker 19. And so, you know, I asked, you know, you see the guys, you see their stories. I ask that you would just, you know, go support them. I don't know if Andre's deal is back on, but man, look him up, Andre Amager, Mr. Bounce Back. All of his stuff is Andre Amager. You know, but man, go support these guys, go follow them. Their online sites, online stores to purchase the book is on their social media. So I ask that you would just please go do that. And then, you know, they can get you signed copies of the book. So that's all I ask, and go get it.
Thank you so much, Chip, for what you do. And dude, this has been such a fruitful conversation. There's so many application points that could be taken from this conversation. And whoever's listening right now, I encourage you, drop in the comments, share with us what tip or technique based off of this conversation that you're going to take the daily challenge on implementing and growing towards becoming a greater version of yourself. Man, you know, one of my favorite quotes is by Isaac Newton. He shares, if I've ever seen further than others by standing on the shoulders of giants. And I'm just gonna go on a limb right here, and not even on a limb, just in a belief for me, just being here with you guys is you guys are giants, and you are giants. Students, parents, coaches, teachers are seeing further. They're able to allow that internal vision to become an external vision because of your presence and your influence. So, man, I know doing amazing things with the impact of influence, but just like my man Cello said with the conference in 2022, dude, I'm excited just to see what God has in store for each one of you gentlemen and the rest of the co-authors of this book. So, man, I'm buckled in. I'm ready to go. I'm excited. Hey, this definitely is not the end because we still got breath in our body. So there's just more left to do, more people to inspire and influence and encourage them to share their gifts and techniques to the world. So again, thank you guys. Thank you for being the giants that you are, the impact that you are, the influence that you are, and coming on GNG podcast. This has definitely been an amazing conversation.
Thank you so much for having us, Chaz. We truly appreciate it. And you're a giant too, brother. You're impact of influence, brother, as well in that volume 1. So, man, truly grateful for you. Truly grateful for all that you do, man. And just want to encourage you to keep doing your thing because it's truly inspiring, brother.
I really appreciate you, fellas. I'm going to go ahead and lead us out. Guys, I told you guys this is going to be an amazing episode. Continue to tune in with us and stay up with GNG. More episodes coming soon. I want you to do 2 things for me, family. Keep that crown on your heart. And please remember this. We are God's echo. I love you guys. Peace.
Thank you for listening to GNG Podcast. Remember, you are gifted differently to make a difference. Please visit chazjacksonspeaks.org and let's continue to grow together. God bless.